Hello, beautiful ones. How are you today? Welcome to this weekly multidimensional Lightworker show. I will wait a few minutes to allow everyone to join in. This time I'm using my phone to go live as I had some issues. So I'll wait a little bit for everyone to be notified. How's everyone? I hope you're doing fine. Let me know who's there. Let me know by just saying a little hello, a little hi. I would love to hear from you. And hello, beautiful ones. Let me know who's there live. Again, I'm using my phone today. My computer went through some issues. So today I'm using my phone. So I'll just let Facebook notify everyone that I'm live. For those of you who are new here, Elizabeth is there. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, wonderful. Let me know who's there. Well, welcome to the new members. We have a few new members. Angel, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Beautiful. Anne is here as well. Beautiful. Welcome. And I hope you're all doing fine. And for all those beautiful new members, welcome and let me know, guys, how you're doing. Let me know you're here. Even if you're watching this as a replay, let me know, let me know that you're here, that you receive all the messages, and maybe let's talk about you a little bit. You can maybe tell us who you are, what you're looking for, what kind of intuitive abilities you're using. I would like to know more about you. Angel, yes, wonderful. So Elizabeth, Angel are doing great. So I'm happy to hear this. So usually what I do before I start talking about the topic is I just remind people what the group is all about and who I am. But the topic today is more a conversation, but it's a conversation I really do invite you to join me in, as I really would like to get your point of view and how you feel about, the Lightworkers Mission. I mean, it's true that I do help people unlock their intuitive power. So I work with small groups or individually, but sometimes we focus so much on our little struggles, our little issues, our little challenges that we forget why we're here as a family of Lightworkers. So this is what we will talk about today, really the collective mission of the Lightworker. So the group itself, the Abundant and Leading Lightworker group community, is really to help Lightworkers connect together, regardless of their level of intuitive expression. You can be a new Lightworker, and I shouldn't say a new Lightworker because it's a mission that obviously is being expanded as you are growing, as you're playing with your powers. But let's say there are different in this group, and of course in the world as well. There are different levels of expression. As a Lightworker, you might be discovering your powers. You might be wanting to learn more about the meaning. What does it mean? What does it entail? What is actually the mission of a Lightworker? So, and I do also work in this group as well with Lightworkers who have been using their powers for quite a long time. They know their mission. They know how to use their ability. They have a process. They work with people. And there's all those Lightworkers somewhere in the middle, somewhere, right in the middle of their intuitive development. So this group is really to welcome all of you, regardless of, again, your level of intuitive abilities. But you will see that most of my topics are really focusing on helping you go to the next step, whatever your next step is. So that's why the topics are usually wide enough. Like today, we will talk about the collective mission we all have as Lightworkers. But I could be talking about clairvoyance. I could be talking about emotional clearing. I could offer channeling content, activations. Again, some topics will resonate with you. some less, but because most of the content I share, even when I appear that I'm talking and simply only talking, there's always something energetically flowing through. So even if you think you know about the topic, then just enter the conversation with an open heart, and maybe close your eyes to simply feel the energy beyond the words. There will be something for you. Most of the topics I choose have been sent to me. I'm not just checking, okay, what could I talk about today? So it's really something that I channel for. I close my eyes and I'm asking, what do my beautiful people in the group need? And that's how I answer the calling. So today's topic is, it's all about remembering why you chose your incarnation here. And there's a plan. There's really a plan. And sometimes we forget about the plan because we are dealing with our mundane life, our third dimensional reality. And it could be a physical pain. It could be issues with family members. It could be work. It could be money. It could be everything. And if we get up in the morning thinking of those issues and forgetting that in the end, not only you're here to grow individually as a being and heal whatever needs to be healed in your soul, and it could be anything. It could be issues that haven't been resolved in your past lives, and here is the chance for you to do it. You don't want to come back and repeat the lessons. We're maybe not always aware of how long we have been dragging the issues we're dealing with, but if you're in this group, it's because you're aware. So it means that whether you're dealing with personal issues, family issues, relationship issues, money issues, health issues, it may be stemming from this life, but chances are that if you are experiencing some issues right now that may have been caused by childhood trauma or family issues, it's definitely connected somehow with past lives, something that was not resolved, that needs to be repeated somehow in this life, so you're given another chance to resolve it. So you see, the topic of remembering who you are as a light worker is not just about you. It's about also resolving personal stuff, family stuff. When you're healing yourself, you're definitely healing, consciously or not, directly or not, other family members and whomever you're going to be in contact with. So that is the topic of today. So before I dive a little bit deeper into the topic, I would like us to enter a beautiful state of relaxation. And to do so, I will invite you to close your eyes, and we will do that together. Get comfy. The best way is to sit down and have your feet touching the ground. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely when you breathe out. So deep inhale and breathe out through the mouth until no more breath, like a big sigh of letting go. Let's do this 2 more times. Beautiful. So now use your powerful imagination to create images in your mind. And it doesn't matter how you see things and feel things. What you sense, what you see, visualize within you is perfect. Right now, imagine yourself in the middle of a sphere, a round shape sphere, and you're right in the center of that sphere. You can see through that sphere. Its color is somewhere between white and gold. And you feel that the sphere around you is rotating, spinning gently, clockwise. But you remain still in the center of that beautiful sphere. And the gentle spinning of that sphere around your physical body allows your heartbeat, your thoughts, your whole being to slow down. Whatever was overactive in your system is invited to slow down. And as you feel your muscles are relaxing, your nervous system is letting go of any unwanted tension, you start to feel some kind of energy regrouping right in the middle of your chest, in your heart center. So as the sphere around you is still spinning, you feel an energy right in the center of your chest. It's warm, soft, like an inner hug. That's how they want me to describe it. And as you feel this warmth expanding, but definitely emerging from the center of your chest, you have the sensation that a portal is opening. And if you were to look in your heart center, you would see a galaxy. You would see space. You would see stars. You would see constellations. So imagine this. Your physical body is in a beautiful golden white rotating sphere. Your body's still, your eyes are closed, and your heart center becomes a vortex, a portal, a doorway to higher dimensions. And as you feel an aspect of you is rising, when you will open your eyes in the next seconds, your heart center will remain open, ready to anchor in all the coded information that will be shared today through this conversation, as words are merely a percentage of all the benefits you can receive from our conversations. You will feel after this conversation that a new awareness is emerging in your mind, in your heart, a feeling that you have moved on to another level of understanding of why you're here on this planet at this time, why you chose to be a light worker during these times, and how this remembering can help you heal profoundly what needs to be healed within you on all levels, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physiologically, spiritually. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release completely. And even if your eyes will open up in the next seconds, your body is already vibrating at a frequency that allows divine guidance to easily come through, to easily be anchored in your whole being, your whole system, so you can unlock your next level of understanding. So when you're ready, beautiful ones, you can open your eyes. I'm so happy to see you all again. Let me know if you're watching this live or as a replay. Welcome to all my beautiful new members. I'm so happy to have you here. And let's talk. And again, this is a conversation. So whatever I say, if ever it triggers a question or you need more details, we're here for that. We're totally here for that. We're here to get everything clear. So today, as I said, we're talking about the mission, the Lightworker mission, the collective mission we all have. And what is interesting is that within the collective mission, you have your own unique mission. And this is what you're here for. You're here to remember it. And remembering it is more than just, it's more than just downloading like a whole mission plan where it tells you this is what you have to do, that's it. And just make sure you never lose sight of it. It's not this way. Knowing your own mission is unlocking a new page of the log every day. Hello, Carrie, beautiful. How you doing? I don't think you're on the replay. If I see this, you're live with me. Beautiful. So yeah, it's all about remembering that your mission, your own mission as a light worker, uncovers into details, more details every time you are in the action. Every time you accept the guidance you receive and you take actions based on the actual guidance you receive. So what does it mean? It means that if you feel you need to work with tarot cards, even if it's an experience that will last for a few weeks, a few days, a few months, that's all fine. It's totally fine. You need to answer every sign you receive. And within those experiences, again, regardless of how long you will experiment them, explore the whole topic of what you're invited to use, there's a lesson, there's a training. And every time you answer to that training, every time you unlock the next step. So your personal mission as a light worker is something you uncover globally, but every day, in every step, you are uncovering more. Every time you will update your mission. So this is very distinct from the global mission of all of us light workers. And this is what I want to talk about today. The global mission, because we're so focused on our own mission that whenever we're not doing as well, or we had a bad day, or we didn't have a good night's sleep, we wonder why we do all this. How many of my beautiful lightworker friends are experiencing this? They have worked very hard on developing a program or a workshop, or they wrote a book, or they rented a space to offer their healing, energy healing work, and they realize that they're struggling. Either they don't sell, either there's not as much people coming, and they're starting to wonder, is it all worth it? Or is it what is the whole thing? It should be easier. If I'm aligned with my soul purpose, it should be easier. But it doesn't work like that. It's a whole process that really requires as much intuitive development than emotional healing. It goes hand in hand. And when that happens, you need to answer that call, which is to take care of yourself. But you should remember every morning, every night, that if one day you get up or one night you go to bed and you wonder why you do all this, what is the sole purpose when we see that there are wars, there are conflicts, there are people manipulating others, and you say, oh my God, me, I'm here in my little corner, investing in my intuitive development, and I'm wondering how much impact I really have on the world if everything around us is still declining. And that's where you have to remember that we are in times where everything can pivot rapidly in the light or in the darker light. And it's part of the duality, it's part of the process. But your mission as a light worker is to keep the faith, to keep the light, even in darker times. That involves, of course, to know your boundaries, know what works for you, know what kind of relationship works for you. But as soon as you know that there's something bigger than your own personal evolution, then you keep on going. You never give up. The light workers' mission, the collective mission of all of us light worker, whatever your unique gift is to humanity, is to awaken as many people as possible. Awaken to what? Awaken to their own unique, personal, individual, divine nature. That's all it is. We do not need to overwork every step. We do not need to get exhausted around it. And within the circle, the family of light workers, you will have people who will help thousands of people awaken. And you'll have other people who will impact 10 other people. 5, 100, 50. It doesn't matter. We're just part of a whole chain, of a whole family, and your contribution remains necessary for the family of light workers to hold. If ever you want to give up, remember that when you give up, not only you give up on your own evolution, on your own remembering, on your own mission you give yourself prior to this incarnation, but you potentially are letting go of all the ones who are already waiting for you, that do not know that you will, in the next weeks, help them develop their own unique sense of who they are, but also all the ones already in your life right now that you are impacting. You are already impacting people just through your journey. So the collective mission, Lightworker mission, is to really touch one soul at a time, not more than that. One soul at a time. Then you may decide to regroup those souls in different containers, group programs, or different ways of connecting to those people. But every time you find it hard, you remember that the light you hold within you is important. How do you lit a room, like a huge room? Imagine Earth being a castle. And in this castle, there's no electricity. Everything's dark. There's many corners, there's many rooms, there's many floors. And think of each light worker as a candle. So every time we lit up, every time we follow our mission, we do the work, what we feel is right at this moment right now. Even if you know what you're meant to be doing globally, you don't have to access that mission right now. Every little step is important, but every little step you take in order to bring healing onto yourself and follow this mission of yours, you are amplifying or you're bringing intensity to the flame of your own light. So again, if we take the analogy of the castle, your candle is actually bringing light onto a room, onto an aspect of Earth, of our planet. You're bringing light. You're bringing clarity to a zone. So it could be where you work. It could be around a topic you're working, but your light is important for us to be able to know where to navigate in that huge castle. A castle is the analogy for humanity. So just remember this, even if things are darker, in order for us to remember how beautiful life is, we need sometimes to see all the bad things that can happen. I know most light workers do not need to know how dark humanity can be, but remember that those dark events happening right now, again, you know, the list is long. The list is long. I mean, I don't need to tell all the countries and that are affected by different conflicts, and it's massive. You know, it's a lot. But doesn't it stimulate you to take actions when you see what's happening? That's the question I'm asking you. When you see that people are struggling, when you see that when people are fighting for their lives while other countries are really fighting for survival, and us, we are so aware of the divine nature of humanity. We know how to connect to our higher self. We know how to connect to our star family, and we know how beautiful that is. Don't you want to bring that to those people? I don't say that you're going to take a plane to a country of conflict, but if you bring back the light into your heart, every time you feel down, you're bringing hope to somebody who needed to see that light. Again, we're all a chain, we're all holding each other's hand here. I'm talking to you. This might ignite something in you. You will talk to somebody with maybe a bit more light in your eyes, maybe a bit more positive conviction about things. And that will change so much, so much. So again, whenever you're in despair, whenever you wonder why you're doing what you're doing, again, personal work or collective work, remember that even if times are hard for you, for others, there's something that will never, never, never disappear. Never. It's your connection to the divine. Again, higher self connection, star team. You can always meditate and ask for guidance. You can always. Hello, beautiful ones. Pedro is here. Miriam is here. Carrie's here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So it's kind of a little pep talk because it does happen to me. I mean, I'm like everyone else, you know. Some days my body's aching. Sometimes it's, family is not doing well. Sometimes it's health. Sometimes it's so many different things. And sometimes you scroll and you realize, oh my God, there's war in that country again. You know, it's not a criticism. It's just like you wish that every time something is resolved, we don't go back. We have sometimes a feeling that humanity is going back, but we're not. We're not, because you're not. You're not going backwards. You're going forward. The fact you're here, the fact you're following this mission of bringing light into your heart is you moving forward. And I can tell you, you're impacting the world in your own way. And if you feel within you the desire to help others, whatever it is, whether it's part-time as a hobby, whether it's a full-time calling, just do what is the next step for you, whatever you feel it is. And if you're not sure what your next step is, please contact me. Send me a DM. You can book a chat with me. It's easy, natalierestore.com/chat. And the conversation is totally free. And we can just see for you what is the next step. It is important because it's part of your mission, but it's also part of your well-being. A light worker who does not answer his or her calling is a frustrated light worker, an angry light worker, a depressed light worker, potentially a rebelling light worker. I don't say that this is wrong. I just say that light workers have an energy a very intense energy flowing within them. So if they maintain themselves in a situation where they cannot express their magic for whatever reasons, you will never dim it down to a point that will disappear. A light worker is born a light worker, but it's like if I'm giving you wings to fly and you say to yourself, well, I'm not sure, I've seen others flying with those wings, so maybe I know how to walk on the planet, so maybe I'll just keep on walking. The wings are still there, you can use them. So it's a blend of fear, it's a blend of lack of confidence, it's a blend of not maybe trusting your own abilities, or maybe you have nobody around you to really support you along the way. But the light will always be there. And as a light worker, you will feel a lot happier, a lot healthier, a lot more energized by following your light, because you're coded with it. You can hide it. You can pretend you do not see it. You can find so many excuses not to follow your light. What kind of excuses? I'm too sick, I'm too tired, I'm too busy. Nobody ever trained me. My family never supported me. I don't have money. I don't know anybody else like me. Tons of them. And I've used them. I've used them myself. So do the work you have to do. I'm here for that too. Remember, that's part also of my mission. I'm a Lightworker mentor. I'm here to help you activate your codes, your intuitive codes, and of course, clear everything along the way that is stopping you from being your full and divine self. But whatever you think it is, it could be just taking a workshop. It could be just channeling, meditating, journaling, whatever it is for you. But never, 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 never dim that light down. It will never be totally out, because you can't. But dimming it down is consciously or unconsciously is just making you feel more off. And off means, what am I doing here? I don't seem like I'm fitting in this system. I'm trying, but it doesn't work for me. So who's feeling this way? Where do you feel you're at right now in your own evolution? That's my question for you. Where do you feel you're at? Do you feel you're still struggling? Do you feel you're pretty much aligned with your soul purpose? Do you feel that sometimes, and if you do have blocks, what do you feel they are, those blocks? Is it you feel that it's your health? Is it your mental programming? Is it your emotions? What do you think it is? I would like to really read from you guys, and maybe you do have questions. But yeah, the topic for today, and please, I can hardly wait to see your comments. Even if you're watching this as a replay, I will answer your questions. But it's so important. It's really so important to remember why you're here. And again, do not compare yourself with people who are worldwide known, or like internationally acclaimed light workers because they wrote book or they have been sharing their lights for years. Just go one step at a time. If you feel that you're meant to use your hands to do some healing, well, that is the first step. Have a conversation with your hands. Yes, just say, okay, what do you want me to do with that? Every step is important. In 5 years, in 3 years, in 1 year, in 10 years, you will definitely be a lot further. So just know what your mission is within the global and collective mission of the light workers. But don't feel, that's something that happens. Don't feel overwhelmed. What happens a lot when I work with people, when I channel for them, and actually a little parenthesis there, next Monday at 3 p.m. Remember, I'm celebrating my birthday with you. So for 45 minutes or so, whomever is present live with me will have a personal reading. And I shouldn't say a reading, but I know that's usually the language people use, but it's really a channeled activation. So I'll see how it goes. Either I'll ask you, do you have a question? And I channel whatever comes through, or I channel openly what your guides need to say to you. Sometimes we have a question, and in the end, there's a more global or a wider topic that needs to be addressed. So that I don't do that anymore. I used to do that quite more often a few years ago, but it's Monday. It's my way of celebrating my birthday with you, and now I completely forgot what I wanted to say. Oh my God. Can you guys remind me what I wanted to say? I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, I wanted to say that when I channel with people, sometimes, and it's more than sometimes, it's all the time, there will come a moment in the sessions where the need to know what your life mission as a light worker is, or your soul purpose as a light worker is. It's important. It helps you to understand the way that I know that I'm supposed to help light workers develop their intuitive abilities. I mean, at first, I do admit that I didn't know too much how I was supposed to do that. I know I tell that story many times, but it might help you. The way I receive the guidance from people who are channeling for me, or from intuition. Your intuition is so much better than anyone else channeling for you. My intuition from a very young age was, you're meant to be a teacher. I had no clue why. So it remained there, but what am I supposed to teach? So I've done so many things, but never went into the teaching field because I didn't think I was supposed to really work in the education system. And then closer to now, I was told many times, you are meant to help people heal their emotions, the emotional blocks and all that. And I've done that for 12 years, and you're supposed to help them do that on their own. So it was never really clear, but it's as if my star team and my higher self were slowly hinting me from a young age, slowly, just keep in mind that you're going to teach, that you're going to help others unlock their intuitive ability, not intuitive, unlock their magic. It's pretty much, it was more about setting them free. That's all I know, but I didn't know how. So sometimes if you know your mission too early, you might feel overwhelmed. So I found out that I was supposed to help light workers unlock their intuitive power so they can be experiencing life in a beautiful, joyful way in alignment with their soul purpose. I only probably discovered that, I don't know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I'm not even sure. But that was perfect. It felt right at the moment I was mastering my intuitive abilities, my channeling abilities. So too early, I would have been, like overwhelmed with the notion I'm supposed to help so many people. Like, what? I don't even know how to channel. So knowing your soul purpose as a light worker is really vital. But you might not get the full picture, even if I channel for you. Remember, I'm not the one deciding what's coming through. But when I channel for you, I just share what is being sent. And if you're not ready to have the final, ultimate soul mission, that it's not going to shift, very often, they will just incrementally send you little insights. Like I'm taking my example, teaching. Okay, teaching. And I liked everything around metaphysical. So I was wondering, is it that? I wasn't sure, but never did I forget that I had that. It's really a code. That's how you feel it. You feel it like really in your heart center or in your solar plexus, that you can do whatever job you like. There will always be something in the background telling you, what if? What if there was something else? What if it's not the ultimate job, or it's not the ultimate hobby, or it's not the ultimate life you're meant to have? And as soon as you don't ask yourself this question anymore, you know you're right on it. Like right now, if you're telling me, Natalie, that's it, you cannot do what you're doing, I would be a little bit lost, I do admit. There's no internet. Oh my God, they're shutting down internet. That would be difficult, really difficult for me. But I don't think it's going to happen. What I'm trying to say is that as soon as you're ready to receive your soul purpose, your personal and unique blueprint, what you're supposed to do, then it's because you're ready to integrate it. And the invitation is to really take actions, to never lose focus. But again, if you're not ready, don't blame yourself. Don't be upset with your guides. But listen to every little sign you receive. It might start by the desire to read a book. It might be like just being in this group. You're not ready to move forward into investing time, energy, and money into doing something more, but you might realize that whatever I share here in this group and in any other group is enough, is totally enough for you. And that's good, because it keeps you connected with higher energy, keeps you connected with the idea that I want to be with my brothers and sisters, light workers. I really want to stay in that group. So I don't see any questions. I don't know. When I'm with my phone, can somebody post something just to make sure that I can read your comments? Because when I use my phone, unfortunately, if I touch my screen to see if somebody posted something, I might lose the connection, and I don't want to do that. So if somebody could just post something, a question, or just a hello, at least I'll know that I'm reading my, I can see, because so far I don't see anything. I just see who's joining slowly, but I don't see any comments. So let me know if you have any questions. And if ever I do not see the questions now, I will answer them again. Yes, Angel, I have a hello. So it's working. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I wanted to see if it was working. Do you have any questions? Do you know? Yes, Elizabeth says, I follow my intuition in little steps. Perfect. It's what it has to be. Look, it took me decades to know. And I took so many detours to get there, but I didn't know they were detours. And maybe they were not detours. They were just one timeline available to me. But what I never forgot was that I'm here to help. That was clear. I'm here to help. And I found there's not a single job I took that was not meant to help others in all fields. I worked in the financial business. I was at the end, I worked as a communication agent, helping the staff. And it was all about helping people. When I was at the reception working at the bank, it's all about helping people. Then I was in the video production field. I have a lot of history, a lot of job, but it was always to design a video to make people feel happy. Always. Then, of course, I became a creativity instructor. It was all about using creativity, art, writing, creative writing to help people unlock their magic. It's all about emotional healing. It's all about discovering your magic, your unique magic, not being scared of being different. It was all, and up to now. You see the journey? It took me a while to get that. But is it my fault? No, it's not my fault. I probably could have done things a lot faster, but there was other things to heal within me. Yeah, Elizabeth says, I see how they connect. They did all connect. The fact that I feel comfortable with video, even though I'm trying not to get back into video editing and all that because it takes so much time. But I'm okay. I'm okay with playing with cameras and spotlights and stuff like that. I'm okay with that. Creativity, well, it's the way I design my programs and stuff like that. I'm okay with this. Speaking with people, I'm okay with that. It's okay. You might realize that even though you feel that it takes a while. I mean, if you're young and you already feel the calling, then that's great. That's great. Wonderful. If you're, like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and you feel, or even 80s, and you feel the calling is now, please do so. Really do follow the calling. But yes, steps, one step at a time. Yes, Elizabeth says all the steps that I have brought be to where I am now have been all part. Yeah, totally. It's important. So again, I will conclude with this. Don't worry if your own personal soul purpose as a light worker isn't clear yet, what I can tell you is that you are encoded with a clear mission. But because the mission log might be too much or too detailed for you right now, if you're not sure. I mean, if you're sure, that's it. We don't need to talk about it. But if you're not sure, then just know that you're being sent regularly signs and guidance about what you're meant to be doing on a larger scale. So you may ask yourself this question right now. Is there a message I'm not always following, or a sign, but it keeps on going? The intensity might change from one day, from one connection to the other. But is there one? As I said, for me, it was teaching. Even though I never wanted to be a teacher, and I've never been a teacher. The only time I started to teach, well, actually, I hosted a lot of workshops in pretty much all my jobs. But that's how I felt good, but I didn't know why. So, but still, the coding of teaching was still there. Do you have a coding? Do you have something that, even though you're not ready to do it full time, it's like it's nagging you. It wants to be expressed through you. Chantal says, I feel like I'm here to help, and I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Wonderful. Do I feel there is more to come? Yes. Just having faith and trusting the process. Totally. You're at the right place. Elizabeth, I'm starting to suspect my soul mission is right in front of my face. It is there. You know, again, you know, when I use the word coded, you will feel it as an intuition. And Chantal, yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to know that you're at the right place. But today's topic is really to bring peace onto your heart whenever you feel that you get up one morning and you say, God, I have access to all those abilities, whether they're fully developed or not. And you're like, how can I be of service? I have so many things to do, or I have other things to resolve. It's fine. Do the work, whatever comes in priority. But the only advice I can give you, if you want to do it at your own pace, and it has to be this way anyways, you do it at your own pace. But let's say you want to really take your time and look around, is really always to take action. Always to take action. What does it mean? Answer every call. Answer every guidance. And do what it is. I guess whatever it is. Going to an art show, going to a lecture on a topic that is connected to something of interest. Sometimes you go to an event that has nothing to do with the spiritual realm, and bang, you meet somebody. Your neighbor is a light worker, and it's that person says, hey, you know, I'm doing this. And you never know why you're being sent to people, to events, to places. Just answer that, and everything will fall into place. What we're trying to do when I work with people is that they don't stay too long in the stagnation mode, because that stagnation mode may lead to a desire to tell yourself it doesn't work. So we don't want that. It's not because you let yourself go at you trust the process. You know, it's not because you, I'm reading also, Miriam, I'll answer your question here. It's more a comment, but I'll answer that. You have the choice to go at your own pace, and your own pace is, yeah, I'm at the right place. But I'm telling you, even if you are at the right place, there's something you have, and it's your willpower. This willpower is a conversation you have with your mind, is a conversation you have with your heart, with your whole being, and you are like, okay, I can move faster and further. It's when you feel stagnation. If you feel happy in your situation and you feel it's going at the right pace because everything seems so aligned, you're on it. Don't question. But if there's one part of you that is wondering, you feel it, you know, it's in the solar plexus. Sometimes you feel it when you wake up in the morning, when you go at night and you realize what you have done or haven't done during your day. Or sometimes it's just you're at work, or you feel like out of place. that kind of feeling is a feeling you do not stay with. And even though you might say, trust the process, let me tell you that there's an infinite possibilities. Like there's really an unlimited amount of timelines available to you. You can stay on the one you're on. You can choose one that is a little bit slower and one a little bit faster. Faster doesn't mean that you're bypassing stuff. It means that you are looking at what feels off. And there's stuff that are feeling off. It's normal. It's normal. Actually, when you feel something is off, uncomfortable, painful, it's your being that is telling you that that's it. You outgrown this. You're ready for your next step. And Miriam, you said you feel like you're a supporter. That's beautiful. That's a mission. We need people who are teaching, supporting, who are catalysts, who are way showers, who are healers, who are card readers, who are just, we need all of you, really all of you. Chantal says, I did, and now I'm doing readings part-time. Yeah, it's beautiful, Chantal. Chantal, we have worked and together, and you have evolved so much. Beautiful light worker. And I'm so proud when I hear this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because, a while back you didn't feel it, and now you feel you're totally aligned with it. And that's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And again, there's no need to go faster or slower. It's all about what you feel inside. If you feel something is painful, then it needs to be addressed. If you feel that everything is happening at the right time, you're happy with your family, with your work, and whatever you do part-time, it's perfect, okay? When I help people, I help them when they feel there's an upgrade coming ahead for them. And that's where, how do you know an upgrade is coming for you? It's like oh my God, I know there's something I'm supposed to be doing for humanity. I know I'm supposed to develop my intuitive powers. I know I have an impact. I can make an impact, but I don't know how. I'm not sure. Or if you're already a light worker, how am I supposed to use my abilities? I don't know why I'm blocked. I don't know why because a light worker may totally master his intuitive or her intuitive powers and still have issues to resolve with relationship, with money, with health, with so many things. And that needs to be addressed as much as the intuitive power development. It is part of the journey. And that's where people come to me, because I can take you anywhere on your journey, anywhere. Why? Because I'm channeling your higher self and your star team. So they're telling me this is what, whomever is present here, it's what she needs to know. It's what he needs to know, because he forgot, because he's out of alignment, because there's an ancestral issue that is still lingering, because there's an issue with mom, with dad, with a brother, with a spouse. There's a body issue. There's some past life blockages that has to be looked at. So instead of you wondering why you still feel blocked, that's where I can help you. I can help you to not stay in the doubt. The doubt is unnecessary. It's okay if you have it for a day, for 2 days. But if it stays more than 2 days, you need to find out why you're not at your fullest, what you're not at your highest ability, highest expression as a light worker. Elizabeth, yes, willpower to take time to raise vibrations, totally connect with your higher self, and to even know you have access to so much magic, totally. Chantal says, thank you. You have helped me so much. It was a pleasure. I had this massive, strong ringing in the ear last Friday. And could this be an upgrade? There's so many things. I'll tell you about something. I love your question because it's igniting something that I wanted to talk about. It's totally off topic, but I think you might relate to this. Elizabeth, thank you so much. You have helped me change any past, present, and future to a much brighter place. Thank you for trusting me, beautiful ones. It's so much pleasure. It's part of my mission. So you're helping me too. So that's wonderful. Talking about energies. Oh, okay. If you have questions about this topic, please let me know. Upgrades, yeah, upgrades. You can have upgrades anytime. Usually your upgrade will happen when your mind is quiet and your body is not active. You might receive an upgrade and not being aware of it. But if it's an important upgrade, your higher self will want you to be aware of it. I hope it makes sense. Means that if the upgrade, and when we're talking about upgrade, for those who are not, really familiar with this term, it's when you're being unlocked. Something, a code within you, an ability or an awareness is being unlocked within you. So that an upgrade may trigger a desire to do things differently. When you receive an upgrade, it's not only just feeling that your abilities can be more potent, it's also that suddenly you realize, oh, I don't want to do card reading anymore, even though I've been doing this for 10 years. I feel that right now, I just want to do energy healing. This is a total example, but it's a common example. So the shift that took you from doing card readings successfully to I don't want to do that anymore, like out of the blue over 2 days, and suddenly realizing, oh, I'm interested suddenly or attracted or totally drawn to do energy healing. This is an upgrade. And this is how you know. So you might feel very uncomfortable sometimes when you receive an upgrade. Upgrades are not just like, it's not always like coming like, sometimes upgrades when they're deep are triggering a moment of, oh, I don't seem to like to do this anymore. What's happening? You have gone through an upgrade. So upgrades can have so much impact, but at different levels in your life. Talking about the energies, have you felt this? I would say somewhere between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Have you noticed anything particular in your life? Could be anything. Could be suddenly people who didn't talk to you are talking to you now, or vice versa. People who were like so friends with you suddenly, could be you, could be having new abilities, could be your body behaving differently. We have gone through a massive collective, I don't know if the term massive is, really transcribing the intensity of what we went through, but it started in the middle of mid last week. And that may have triggered some dizziness, some fatigue, some, oh, what am I doing here? Again, an upgrade is not just like you press on the next level and that's it. When you are welcoming a new ability, a new awareness, and you're unlocking a code, you're obviously closing the door to an older aspect of you. And that can be done peacefully, of course, but there's always a moment of, it's hard to say goodbye to something you had, that you realize that you're leaving something behind. So everybody, of course, is experiencing this differently, but have any of you felt this? That I did feel it. I was not super feeling great energetically, like tired. But then, I went to see a concert on Sunday, and the whole, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday was rich in energy. It's not me, it's the collective. It's really the collective. How do I know that? Is that you feel it. It's as if in the air, the pressure is a bit lower. How do you know that? Well, you feel that things are a bit denser. You feel that things are closer to you energetically. And the impact it has on people, depending on the energy you're carrying as well, is that things are falling in alignment. Falling in alignment. Yes, the ringing too, with me too. I thought I had a virus, to be honest, like there's something happening. So the ringing could be close to this. But remember, when you get an upgrade, energetic upgrade, your body needs to process this. So it means that you might be more sensitive to fatigue, to little viruses around. Okay, so the ringing, I had it. Started left side, then I was extremely tired, and I was like, oh my God, I have a concert. It's like, it's been 3 years, I haven't gone, I need to go. And I was hoping. And the good thing about whatever virus, whatever physical thing I was going through, was that it was like an allergy. You know, when your mind is light, you're lightheaded, no stress whatsoever. No stress to get ready, no stress to forget anything, no stress because I'm on an island, so no stress to be late for the ferry, no stress for the hotel, no stress, like blah, blah. I was like a peace and love lady all the way along. And I said, wow, because I would have been a little bit more, not stressed, but a little bit more agitated normally, because I was excited to go and see the concert. And I said, oh my God, I will be tired when I get there, and I had work to do and stuff like that. So, and I said, okay, it didn't feel energetically fun, but my body was transmuting whatever it was in a way that I feel so lightheaded the day of the trip and the concert and the following day that I trusted everything. Okay, we'll make it on time. Okay. I mean, I was not super energetic because I was kind of like really peace and love, you know, like if I had smoked something else. But so upgrades can, Aisha, Natalie, I'm ready to move forward. Exciting times. Yeah, of course. When you want to chat, let's book something. You can either send me a DM if you want, or simply, if you want a verbal chat with me, go to natalierestart.com /chat. You can choose whatever time, and we can have a chat to help you move to your next level of intuitive empowerment. And I'm ready when you're ready, beautiful. But yeah, so everything was, and actually, again, my spouse is not into this intuitive work as much, but he's observing. He's not denying it. He's observing. And everything felt, every time we go to Vancouver, we take the ferry, there's something that happens either, and it's not bad. It's life, you know. It's either we miss, we're tired, and there's the bus. So it's just too many people in the bus, and it makes the whole journey to Vancouver sometimes heavy. Everything was okay. Everything. The bus was there. There was nobody. Everything. The room was ready. Concert was fine. Actually, more than fine. And it's all the energy. Same thing. The return on the ferry, we had a blast on the ferry. We had people so happy. They were joking. We were listening to conversations people had. Said, this is a movie. This is not real. It's not possible. It's like, I don't know, we were watching a comedy. It was one after the other. And we would laugh with, I said, do you see the energies? Do you understand that? I was like talking with Brian. He was like, yes, something is in the air. So it was, for us, of course, we were open to observing and understanding if something was shifting. But the shift was not a personal shift. It was a collective shift. So if you felt it, you might feel it in different ways. It might be, again, for you, just a need to sleep, need to relax, to step back, or to go inward. But again, there has been an upgrade collectively. And the non-believers are like, it's, you know, you have different levels. This is a level for the non-believers to jump to the level where they start to see. And for them to start to see, they need to have a light worker like you by their side to tell them, do you witness this? Do you see this? Do you see the change? Do you see the powers you're developing? We need teachers, and teacher, again, could be like Miriam, just a supporter. And I shouldn't say just, because that's massive. Just showing people the way is just letting them know what their magic is just wonderful. So yes, I felt exactly like you, Chantal, and Chantal, I don't know, I said it in English, but so Yeah, me too. I have to say goodbye. I know we extended the conversation. Again, enjoy the process of uncovering your magic as a light worker. Trust it. Follow your own process, your own pace, your own magic. Your magic is unique. It doesn't resemble anyone. It doesn't resemble anyone. Get inspired, but do not get absorbed by anyone's energy or journey. But again, if you feel stagnation, that's where I can help you. And again, if you're not ready, just being in this group and other groups like this one will weekly help you remember that there's your mission and you're unlocking it as much as you can, as quickly as you can. When you're ready and it's the right time, you will find the resources and whomever you want to work with, and you will find that. So trust this. What I want to avoid you is just this feeling that it's not happening the way I saw it, so I'm letting go. For me, it's hard to see light workers who are extremely talented and they're like, no, I tried, it didn't work. I don't like to hear this. I don't like to hear this. Actually, it's making me quite emotional right now, because I'm like, you have been encoded with a mission. You chose that mission, and because of blocks, and it's not to judge them. I remember going through this, but because of blocks, again, it could be family, it could be society, it could be so many things. They're putting that aside, and I know it will come back later. But the gap between I'm avoiding, I'm not listening, I'm not following my gift because blah, 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 and I'm waiting when it's the time, yeah, that's where it's a little bit more difficult. It's heavier, and you do not need that. Those of you who are here watching this, just the fact you're here means that you're already evolving. So that is good. And that's it. It's part of my mission. Marianne, beautiful. Natalie, I will contemplate these questions. Yes, 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 of course. So I will send you big hugs. Remember, Monday next week on the 24th at 3 p.m. I think it's 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. In the UK, it will be 11, I think, p.m. And it will be early. I think it will be 8 a.m. in Sydney, Australia on Tuesday. If you want to see how I channel, how much can come through when I channel, and if you already know how I channel, but you just want to have that little boost, that little guidance from your family, because we know you're channeling, we know that. Sometimes when somebody else channels for you, it's another perspective, it's another type of channeling. That's what I'll do. I'll be with you for somewhere between 30 minutes, 45 minutes, non-stop channeling, an average of 5 to 6, 7 minutes per person. You need to be live. If not, it won't happen for you. But you can watch the replay, of course. If you cannot make it live, you will discover so many things. But it's a good opportunity to activate you, or if you're new here, to see how I channel. And because we'll have different people, so it will be different energies, different missions, different guidance, and that will give you a good overview of what can come through when we work together. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and see you probably will come live this week. Okay, if not next Monday. Bye for now, guys. Bye-bye, and thank you for being here.